Alright, so in today's video, I want to explain to y'all in the best possible way I can why the Akatsuki. I just put all my Akatsuki stuff on the screen. I actually have a hoodie, but I couldn't find it. I'm going to do my best to explain to y'all why the Akatsuki as a group and these characters. I'm going to get into them later. I'm going to try to do my best to explain to y'all why the Akatsuki were so special, alright? So this is going to be very hard to do. I might have to do a part 2. Oh, and also my pendant. I have a chain as well. I took the thing off so I could show y'all this. But yeah, all right. Why the Akatsuki were so special? Now, let's start off with when we first met them. So, if my memory serves me correctly, the first time we met them was Itachi and Hisame. And then they went to the Leaf Village, and then they fought Kakashi. I believe, if I remember correctly, that was the first time we seen them. And then after that, I don't remember seeing them much or any time at all. Because in the original Naruto series, the Akatsuki, they were this mystery. We knew little to nothing about them. They were basically a background villains because the main villains was Orochimaru and Gaara at the time. And we didn't know much about the Akatsuki. So we were like going into Shippuden. We were very interested in like, who are these villains? What is this? The red and black, these red clouds. They look interesting, but we don't know anything about them. And then we head to Shippuden, where we first meet Deidara and Sasori in the desert, and then Deidara fights Gaara, and that fight was epic and amazing. And the music, I can't play the music because of copyright, but y'all remember the music between Deidara versus Gaara? It was absolutely crazy. And then the more we got onto Shippuden, and the more Shippuden went on, we met more characters. We met more of the Akatsuki, and each member of the Akatsuki, they were all so different, so interesting, and that's what made the Akatsuki so special. Deidara and Pain. Okay, let's take them. Deidara versus Pain. Two completely different characters. Itachi and Hisame. They were in, because the Akatsuki, they were in Paris. Itachi and Hisame. Two different characters, okay? You look at Itachi, this if you want to say monotone, laid back mystery of a character, soft spoken for the most part, little to no words, but when he does speak, Itachi, he's a force to be reckoned with, okay? And then you got Kisame, this I wouldn't say a loudmouth, but way more confident. He talked more ish. When he fought Might Guy, he was talking that ish earlier on in Shippuden. You know, again, just another example of these two different characters in the same Akatsuki group that are completely different from each other, but they're in the same group, and it just made the group so special, okay? And their goal basically in Shippuden was to basically get nuclear weapons and give them to each nation. Basically, they were going to give out these nukes, essentially, tail beast nukes, and then each nation would come back to them and give them money. And then their plan was to take that money and then eventually have global domination. That was the Akatsuki goal, and that goal was also sick and interesting. And also Pain, the way he described his nation being in the middle between this war. It's just all of this combined together. The Akatsuki, what a special group, what a special story. I could keep going on and on. I have to do a part 2 as well, but man, let's talk about Pain, man. Let's talk about Pain. When we first met up with Pain, this guy sitting on top of a tongue. We heard his theme song in the background, one of the greatest themes, not just in anime, but you could count Star Wars, video games, whatever. Pain's theme is one of the greatest themes of all time. I can't play it because, again, of copyright, but Pain's theme is one of the greatest of all time. And the fact that he has 6 different versions of himself and we don't know which one is the real one. And then when we found out that Pain wasn't even one of those guys, it was a different dude, and those dudes were trained by the same dude who trained Naruto, and it was the pervy sages. The whole Pain story, just amazing. Pain's philosophy, the reasons why he believed what he believed in, because his nation was in between of a war. It was just such a great story for Pain, and him being the quote-unquote leader of the Akatsuki. I know Obito was the real leader of the Akatsuki, but that just amazing as well. And since I just brought up Obito, let me talk more about Obito. I mean, Obito, when we first met Obito, he was Toby originally. This, if you watch, I don't know how many of y'all watched in dub or sub. I watched in the dub, and his voice in the dub, he comes off as this lighthearted, this joke of a character, this whimsical, just a joke of a guy, okay? And then we end up finding out that he's the leader of the Akatsuki, the leader of the big bad group. It's this buffoon, this joke of a character, Toby. It was a big reveal, one of the biggest shocks in anime history. I was like, wait, this joke, this fool is the leader of the villains? Crazy, man. Toby is a character, I mean, and then we found out about Obito, and then we ended up seeing Obito and Kakashi guiding Ship and Rin. We saw that backstory, and Minato, who was Naruto's dad. It was just a great backstory for a guy like Obito, turning from Toby to Obito, and then him being as Obito, adult Obito, such a cool villain. The way he spoke, his dub voice actor, the way his voice was, his voice commanded the attention of the screen, the attention of the viewers. Whew. And guys, I can keep going on and on, but I'm going to cut it off here. I'm going to have to do another video in the future going more into detail about why the Akatsuki were special. But this is a part one. I have to do another because it's so much I could talk about. I had to condense it into this one video because I could do an hour-long discussion just about Datara, just about Sasori, okay? I could just keep going on and on because Naruto, and not just Naruto, anime is my favorite thing in the world, more than sports, more than video games, clothes, food. I love anime. I love Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, the Akatsuki, the greatest villain group of all time, the greatest anime villain group of all time. Some of the greatest characters, greatest theme songs, we've seen some of the greatest fights with them. It's just the Akatsuki, what a special group, man. So let me know how y'all feel in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 1K. I'm out.